observing a fly frisking about her hive, asked him in a very angry tone what he did there. "Is it for such fellows as you," said she, "to intrude into the company of the queens of the air?" "You have great reason, truly," replied the fly, "to be out of humor. I am sure they must be mad who would have any concern with so quarrelsome a nation." "And why so, may I ask?" returned the enraged bee. "We have the best laws, and are governed by the best policy in the world. We feed upon the most fragrant flowers, and all our business is to make honey, honey which equals nectar, low, tasteless wretch, who lives upon nothing but vile things." "We live as we can," rejoined the fly. "Poverty, I hope, is no crime, but passion is one, I am sure. The honey you make is sweet, I grant you, but your heart is all bitterness. For to be revenged on an enemy, you will destroy your own life, and are so foolish in your rage as to do more mischief to yourselves than to your enemy. Take my word for it, one had better have fewer talents, and use them more wisely." Well-governed communities should make well-governed individuals. A man bitten by a dog. A man who had been bitten by a dog was advised by an old woman to cure the wound by rubbing a piece of bread in it, and giving it to the dog that had bitten him. He did so, and Aesop, passing by at the time, asked him what he was about. The man told him, and Aesop replied, "I am glad you do it privately, for if the rest of the dogs of the town were to see you, we should be eaten up alive." Season counsel with sense. The Hares and the Frogs. The Hares once took serious counsel among themselves whether death itself would not be better than their wretched lot. "What a sad state is ours," they said, "never to eat in comfort, always to sleep in fear, to be startled by a shadow, and to fly with beating heart at the rustling of the leaves. Better death by far." And off they went accordingly to drown themselves in a neighboring lake. Some scores of frogs who were enjoying the moonlight on the bank, scared at the approach of the hares, jumped into the water. The splash awoke fresh fears in the breasts of the timid hares, and they came to a full stop in their flight. One wise old fellow among them cried, "Hold, brothers! See, weak and fearful as we are, beings exist that are more weak and fearful still. Why then should we seek to die? Let us rather make the best of our lot, such as it is. There are always some whose station is worse than your own."